Alright everyone, we are here. We're in the finals for SCS. Once again, I'm Niz, you're watching NizCast. And we have OverAchievers playing on the Radiant side. We saw them last game in the semifinals, which knocked off the team that we'd been following all night, which was Procrastinated, oh my god. I think that name is so awkward to say. But they're going to be going up against, or at least OverAchievers, sorry, is going to be going up against Spin2Win. They're going to be on the dire side. And Spin2Win's got a few faces that we see on the stream from time to time. We had Koss and Move and Target in the chat for the last game. So they're going to be playing on Spin2Win. And they're going to be going up against OverAchievers here. And we're already into the draft a little bit. And let's catch up a little bit. So we've got the Troll and the Lion getting banned out by Spin2Win. They had first pick, so keep that in mind. We also had an Axe and a Juggernaut getting banned out by OverAchievers. So that allows a Sniper to slip through. And it also allows the Venge to slip through. So Spin2Win elect to go with the Venge, which I was just about to mention. Gives them the freedom to potentially pick the Bat in their second pick. And it also kind of blocks a potential Bat Rider pick coming out from OverAchievers. OverAchievers says, you know what, you guys left Sniper in the pool. We're not only going to pick Sniper, we're going to pick Clockwork, a hero that's really good at closing the gap onto Sniper. And I imagine they're probably going to ban out Storm Spirit in this round of picks, or this round of bans as well. But we'll have to wait and see on that. But that Bat Rider does get picked up by Spin2Win, and they're going to then ban out the Bristleback, which I find kind of surprising considering you already have an offlaner in the Clockwork. You've got the Sniper in the mid lane, but I guess Bristleback is... You can lane him safe lane, and he's one of those big bodies that you can put in front of the Sniper and stop anyone from really getting to him. So I guess that's not the worst ban in the world. It's definitely one that could be of value.
5 seconds
but
remaining.
We're going to see Omni Knight getting banned out by OverAchievers.
Reserve time.
And I guess, well, Guardian Angel, the ultimate coming out from Omni Knight, is going to be really strong at, well, preventing Sniper from doing any damage. Because, well, if they don't take physical damage, Sniper's not going to be doing much. He can assassinate and lay down a shrapnel, which I believe does magical damage, right? Yeah, because it does magical damage now, but it doesn't deal damage to towers because of that. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty much his only source of damage once that Guardian Angel comes out. Wisp and Silencer will be the final two bans in that second banning phase. And surprisingly enough, Storm Spirit will not get banned. And there he gets picked up by OverAchievers. So they've got two ways to close the gap. Or sorry, let me back up. Back up. So I was surprised to see OverAchievers not ban out the Storm Spirit. They don't ban out the Storm Spirit because they picked it. Storm Spirit would have been really strong at finding a way to get on top of Sniper to close the gap. They already have that, or they already have that with the Bat Rider. Storm Spirit would have been a nice addition to it, but they elect to, well, maybe Spin2Win was actually after it, but Storm Spirit does get picked up by OverAchievers. I have no idea what I just said. Hopefully you followed me.
10 seconds remaining.
You probably didn't because I didn't even follow myself. But whatever. Storm is picked up by OverAchievers. We've got Sniper, Clock, and Storm now. With them pretty much picking two ways. Two heroes that are really strong at closing the gap to Sniper, preventing their opponent from picking that. Which Spin2Win will go with an anti-mage. And what has happened? We have seen 3 anti-mages tonight. Is this like... Has there been some like pro game or something where anti-mage is all of a sudden coming out again that I missed? Like, is something going on with Star Ladder, even if it's just the qualifiers?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, is it the qualifiers in Star Ladder? Well, it's the Summit 3 qualifiers.
5 seconds remaining.
Man, I am confused right now.
Time.
I'll slow it down. Refocus on the game. So we've got Rubik getting picked up by OverAchievers. Most likely going to be Frugos on that again. So where do we stand? Well, we've got Storm Spirit most likely parking himself in the mid lane. We've got Clockwork in the off lane. And that's going to leave a safe lane Sniper with a Rubik. And they're going to look to fill out their roster with another support. Shout out to I am Dr. Lemon, who just said hi in chat. And he says, I am,
5 seconds
I don't know what he said. I have a feeling it wasn't good.
Radiant team ban.
Maybe he's a Dr. Lemon. Who knows? But let's look at Spin2Win. They've got an offlaner in their Bat Rider, and now they've got their safe lane, tri-lane with the Vengeful Spirit, the Ancient Apparition, and the Earthshaker. Both those supports pretty good at being able to roam onto the Storm Spirit. We'll look to see if they pick up a mid hero that's going to be able to deal with it. Dusa gets banned out by Overachievers. Huh? They thought Spin2Win was potentially going to go Anti-Mage and Dusa? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Skywrath will get banned out by Spin2Win, so we're not going to see the same support duo that we saw last game from Overachievers. So Static will have to choose a new hero for himself. And who do we have available? Well, Lion's gone, Venge, Earthshaker gone, Wisp, Sky's gone,
remaining.
Rubik's gone.
5 seconds
Witch
remaining.
Doctor? There's a lot of ways to interrupt Witch Doctor.
Reserve time.
Death Ward. Sand King. Ah, that's a good pick. I like Sand King. It's a good
Dire
pick.
team pick.
They've got... and the reason why they can pick up Sand King there, and sometimes they can't, is because they're going up against a Bat Rider, and you typically don't want one hero to be able to zone out a Bat Rider. And Rubik, doing it alone, it would be a little shaky at times. But the fact that you've got a sniper there as well means that pretty much you can just park that Sand King in the jungle and not have to worry about it. So they're... because they are going with a safe lane sniper, they freed up that possibility to run the more greedy pick in a jungling support. And Sand King is going to be that choice, and I think that's pretty damn good, because it's going to give them a little bit more disable that they need. It also is going to give them a little bit more initiation as well. They're going to have either Clock or Storm jumping in to start everything off, and then Sand King can come in a little bit later. And with Silencer being banned out, they don't really have a way of stopping that Sand King from jumping in. But it is going to be a Zeus, the final pick. And we're going to see a core Zeus. I mentioned earlier in the cast that we've got that Zeus is typically run as a support, but we have seen him run as a core, and this is going to be one of those games. He's going to be in the mid lane going up against the Storm Spirit, or at least that's what I predict. But let's see how these guys actually choose to lane it. On the Radiant side, we've got the Overachievers playing their Sand King is going to be their captain. It's going to be Static. Playing the Storm Spirit, we saw him have a pretty damn good game last game as Anti-Mage. It's going to be a Luca on the Storm Spirit. We've got Squee on the Sniper. I love saying that name. I hear you trade kills for Stout Shields. Does that hold true? That's funny. We've got Frugos once again on that Rubik, and we've got 470 on the Clockwork. No boots first on the Clockwork. Interesting. On the Dire side, we have Team Spin2Win leading the way for them as they venture into the Radiant Jungle. Is going to be Koss on the Vengeful Spirit. He's going to be supporting with the frickin' Diglett, who's going to be on the Earthshaker. They will be supporting the Anti-Mage played by Tiburon Sin. Tiburon Sin. I think that's how I say it. Zymac is going to be posting up in the mid lane on that Zeus. And last but not least, we've got the Bat Rider in the off lane, which is going to be played by Move-In Target. In terms of boots first, well, we've got two sets of boots first. We've got boots first on Static on the Sand King, and boots first on Move-In Target, who's on the Bat Rider in the that off lane. We also have a set of smoke, or set of sentries and smoke being held by the frickin' Diglett on the Earthshaker. No smokes or sentries on the Radiant side. As we see everyone go into their lanes, 470 doing a little bit of cogs blocking there to help prevent that lane from pushing too far, and that'll allow him to get a little bit more XP. But he's going to be in this off lane up against Anti-Mage, Earthshaker, and Venge. It is going to be that defensive tri-lane as expected. Zeus is going to be in the mid lane up against the Sniper, so it's going to be Sniper in the mid lane, not the Zeus. Or sorry, not the Storm. And frankly, this is going to be, I think, a better matchup for them. So good reaction there to put the Sniper in the mid lane. Well, Frugos, for the most part, will be in the bottom lane, but he's already made his way to the mid. And I think he's here because he wants to get that courier. He sees, yeah, he's even going to spend an observer reward for this. He sees that the Zeus is hard rushing that bottle. And, well, he knows that Frugos is gone. This observer reward and the fact that they've blocked this camp should tell him that Frugos is up to no good. The question is, will he actually back and meet his courier all the way back here, or will he just have his courier run it out to him? We're going to have to wait and see. But this is going to be a pretty big moment in the game, because if this bottle gets sniped out, well, this courier gets sniped out with the bottle, then that's going to be really detrimental to this dire side. And Frugos has been spotted by the creep. He's going to come out for the courier. He's get one to auto attack off on it. He gets a second, so the courier goes down, but the bottle is already delivered to Zeus, and we're going to see our first blood go down as Zymac is going to get it. In the end, I don't know if it's worth it. So they get the kill on the courier, so they're getting gold there, but they just gave up first blood, and it's first blood to that mid Zeus, who you don't want to be snowballing out of control. But because they did get the courier, despite it already having delivered the bottle, that means that the Zeus is not going to be able to bottle crow constantly, which really reduces his strength in the lane. But we see moving target with the Firefly, trying to get a kill on Aluka. Oh, he's getting him so close, but not able to get one more auto attack off. And Aluka will just barely survive there, but he's got a healing salve, so he'll heal back up and be able to stay in lane for a little bit longer. Well, let's take a quick look at how this lane's going in the mid lane. As we've got 9-1 on the Zeus, and the snipers at 9-2, so it's pretty much dead even. But of course, that first blood is going to be very, very big difference maker. 470 trying to scout out and find the frickin' Diglett, but he's parked himself in this nice little cubby here, and was not spotted by the Clockwork, despite Clock being pretty thorough with his checking there. Now 470 needs to be a little bit careful here. Tiburon could potentially go on him if he's got a creep wave under him, so that battery assault isn't constantly hitting him. But now, the frickin' Diglett will have just come out of his hiding spot, so we're not going to see that series of events happening at all. Well, Static has, for the most part, been sitting in lane. And maybe he's just going to stick around in lane until he hits level 3 to get level 2 of Sandstorm before he can go Darude in the jungle. I don't know what he's doing. He's just kind of walking back and forth. Moving target, I think, was a little bit confused there as well. But Static just saying, hey guys, I'm here. I'm a Scorpion, by the way. So, yeah. Just keep that in mind, because you're a bat. Squee getting fissured out. And finding himself having to retreat a rather awkward way, but he's going to retreat right to 470, who will pop the battery assault, and that'll get them a kill on cost. So it's going to be the first kill for OverAchievers claim there. And now there's 4 heroes for OverAchievers in this mid lane. A little surprising to see that happening at 4.5 minutes in the game, and I think they're going to return to their lanes. Well, maybe not, as 470 still hanging out here. They have, the dire side has this observer ward, so it is at least spotting out the movement from 470. So now they know that he's gone back to his lane and everything's kind of returning to normal. Koss has parked himself in the bottom lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they're going to look to try and get a kill on Aluka. He's still vulnerable. He's still not level 6. So that could be a potential opening for them. Maybe moving target's going to try to bait him in a little bit. No. Aluka not biting. What about in the mid lane? Squee was playing a little far forward, but he'll be okay. Aluka getting closer and closer to level 6 here. And he should get it short lane. Koss is realizing that 6 is about to happen, and he's going to rotate away because there's just not an opening being created yet. So a little bit of a potentially missed opportunity, but when you look at it, there wasn't really that much of an opportunity to begin with. But good on Koss for trying to capitalize on what could have potentially been an opportunity. Uh-oh, Frugos. I don't think he has vision. Oh, he's going to have vision now as they're going to be running in. But actually, they're not going to be able to open up on him. Instead, they're going to be focusing down this stack. It is a triple stack, and that's a lot of gold for Batrider. But Koss is in trouble as he's going to go down. The Thunder God's Wrath will come out, and that does not hit on the Luca because he was ball lightning, so that just keeps him alive. Now Squeeze on the run. He's low as well, and he's going to get a little body block by Aluka, but it's not going to get him killed. Instead, Aluka will get a kill onto the frickin' Diglett, and there comes the Assassinate from Squee, which will get the kill onto that mid-Zeus. Moving target will get lifted, and he's also going to get stunned up by Static. So Spin2Win going a little too deep there. They did get the majority of this stack, though, so that was the one thing going for them. But they lost 3 heroes in the process there. And they were so close to getting a couple kills. They almost got the Storm, and they almost got the Sniper, but just weren't able to finish those kills out. And we see Static doing a lot more farming in the jungle. He definitely would have preferred to have that camp for him, but doing a little bit of stacking there. 470 unfortunately DCing. Apparently no one paused the game. It's a little weird, but yeah, Static doing a little bit of stacking on that camp. Unfortunately, he's stacked this way. Oh, I can't draw because it's paused. I always forget that. Unfortunately, stacking this way meant that he was actually blocking this camp from spawning. So he would have preferably stacked to the right. But maybe he just didn't feel that that was safe, or didn't think he can get there in time. But either way, he'll farm that up and maybe go for this regen rune. I'm not sure if he actually knows it's there. But let's switch on over to the net worth and see where everyone stands. As we've got Aluka leading the way at 3,600 CS. We've got Squeed pretty much even with him at 36 as well. And Aluka's looking to distance himself further. But now he's a moving target. Oh, excuse the pun, I'm sorry. As he's right-clicking down moving target, and we'll get the kill on him. Koss will come down as well, throw out a wave of terror. But that fight is pretty much ended. What I want to do is we'll bring up the golden XP graph here, because I think gold per minute might be a better indicator right now of what's going on. We can see both the Storm and the Sniper doing quite a good job, but forget about that for a second as we have 470 with the hook shot onto Zernak. And that's going to be a kill on the Zeus. Zeus, you know, he's a great hero when you get some levels on him and he can do a lot of burst damage. Problem is he's very, very vulnerable. He doesn't have an innate escape ability, and that means you have to pretty much build one for him. And the go-to item is typically a Blink Dagger, which doesn't come out immediately. So that's kind of his only mobility enhancing item pickup that he gets in Squee. I think he's gone a little too far here. He's going to try to run for his life. He's almost at his teammates, though. So 470 and Frugas are going to come in and try to help. I have a feeling I'm going to get Cogs laid down. Nope, he's going to use the mana on Battery Assault, and they're going to lose the Sniper. There's that burst damage coming out from Zernak.
Thou art damned.
Now Koss. Oh yeah, he's pinging out. When they zapped Squee to get the kill there, they recognized the fact that there was an observer ward right there, but it's now no more.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But let's bring this back up to take a look at this gold per minute that I was trying to point out. So we've got to look at 490, Squee at 420, and Anti-Mage at 400. And you can see just how far ahead they are of everyone else. But I think this is probably the best indicator of how much gold everyone's got going for them, as Aluka's doing a terrific job farming so far.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like gold per minute is probably one of the most underused stats. I think it's pretty valuable at different points in the game.
Dire's bottom tower
and I
is
think
under attack.
you can't just use it solely by itself. You have to compare it with net worth. Because yes, it's important to see what a net worth is right now, but if a hero's been farming fantastically well, and all of a sudden he's like just getting completely shut down, there's no more space for him or whatever, his net worth is still going to be impressive. But you want to look at the gold per minute to see the rate at which they're continually farming. Well, we surprisingly still haven't seen a tower go down, and Squee's going to get this mid-tier 1 down to at least deny range. And he will get it there, combining his attack with the catapult and making sure that Zernak didn't have a chance of potentially denying it. Static just doing a little sandstorm action in that top lane. He has picked up his blink, and he's going to use it right now with the blink epi. Going on to Timberonson. Oh, so close to getting the kill there. Thunder God's Wrath will come in and zap him, so he's not going to be able to chase. That does get the kill onto Frugos, but at the same time, 470 getting a kill onto the frickin' Diglett. Glyph will get used to help prevent OverAchievers from potentially pushing down this tier 1 tower, but I think it's going to go down regardless, as the creep wave just got cut and eliminated by Aluka. And that means he's just going to be able to stand here and right-click down this tower, which unfortunately doesn't get the last hit for. The creeps will claim that one, but that'll just actually distribute the gold a little bit more evenly among the team. But effectively, you get a little bit more gold if you actually last hit it. So a little unfortunate there for Aluka. Now, how's Moving Target doing? Well, he's at 1,600 gold. He's getting close to his Blink Dagger. Not the most optimal timing. It's 12 minutes into the game. You typically want to see him picking it up right around now, maybe a little bit earlier. But he had a little bit of a difficult lane, so it's perfectly excusable to be delayed a little bit in your blink timing. But he's not that far behind. He should probably have it in 13 and a half minutes probably. Maybe 14 because he's going to have to go back to base here. But, whoa. That's a Morbid Mask on the Clockwork? That's not something you see every day. I wonder what that's about. Huh. I don't know. That's definitely different. I wonder why he's picking that up. I'm trying to think. I can't think of any reason why. Maybe he's doing some Mask of Madness shenanigans. Everyone's been getting Mask of Madness in every hero. Squee! Oh my gosh, almost going down to the Thunder God's Wrath, but it will just barely survive on 7 HP, and that'll allow him to right-click down Zernak and get the kill. He needs to be careful here. Oh my gosh! Tiburon blinks forward, uses the Mana Void, but Squee's basically full mana, so he doesn't go down. That gets him the kill not only on the Anti-Mage, but also on the Vengeful Spirit. Now on the bottom lane, Static just being annoying on to Moving Target. Now 470 will come out from the trees to the left and go on Moving Target, who will use the lasso, but with the Battery Assault, he will get it. Actually, he'll have to use the flare to get the kill there. And Moving Target gets picked off 14-4 now in favor of OverAchievers, who have found themselves in a pretty good position in this grand finals match. And let's bring up the gold graph to see exactly how far ahead they are. They're almost at 10,000 gold lead, 14 minutes into the game. Gold or XP lead about 7,500.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
We've got Aluka with an Orchid and even a double damage bottled up, so he's looking like he's in a pretty good spot. And this is an important timing. You want to look whenever there's a storm against an enemy mage. You always want to look at the timing between the Orchid and the Manta. So we just had the Battle Fury finished by Anti-Mage. That means he's got to farm an entire Manta, and that's a huge window of vulnerability for him, because Storm's going to be on him, jumping in, and the Orchid means that he's not going to be able to blink away. And Storm probably just used that Orchid to get a kill on a Moving Target, but we were looking at Static, and Thunder God's Wrath will come out. Static is looking like he's going to go down to the Anti-Mage. That's just a matter of time. Actually, Aluka's going to jump in and save him, and gets the kill on the Anti-Mage. It's going to be a 5-man wipe. Somehow, OverAchievers doesn't lose one here. It looks like they were going to lose their Sand King, but they don't. And Spin2Win gets 5-man wiped, and this looks like it's going to be a dead tier 2 tower, and OverAchievers just further pull ahead in this game. What does Squee have? He's got Mask of Madness and the Yasha. 470. He did go Mask of Madness on that Clockwork. I think this Mask of Madness craze it's just too much. it's a ridiculously good item, and everyone's saying that
Dire's
it's
top tower
overpowered.
is under attack.
I was talking a little bit with Indie Bear last night about what they needed to do with it. He thinks they're going to have to increase the mana cost to 100. I thought maybe 75. But either way, that's probably the way that they're going to have to address it. Aluka getting a kill on moving target, but does give up his godlike streak to Zernak. Now
Dire's
Static
bottom tower is
sitting
under
in
attack.
the Sandstorm and getting out of there before he's able to get revealed. But now he's going to channel the Epi and he's going to come back into the fight. He's going to get one kill with it and deal quite a bit of damage to Zernak, but it is the Anti-Mage that falls, and I think Koss is going to be dead here in a matter of seconds. And Static will Darude kill him.
On your knees.
And this is just not been going well for Spin2Win. As like I said, OverAchievers well out in front in this game. We bring up the gold graph 15k, and it's going to get even further ahead as Zernak's going to get picked off here. Ooh, almost gets Static there, who's doesn't have any escape here, and he's just going to go down. And there he goes. And Frugas, what does he steal? He steals Flame Break from Moving Target, who now just picks up his Blink Dagger. So he does have that online. But you take a look at the items coming out for the Radiant side. You've already got a Blink Dagger on your Sand King. He's also got an Ogre Club as well, probably building towards a BKB to help keep him alive through this magical burst damage coming out from Spin2Win. Got a Luca, who's already got his Orchid and looks like he's going to have his Bloodstone soon. Now Koss is going to go down as well, so they're going to get a double there. Squee gets both of them. And look at Squee. He's got his Mask of Madness, he's got his S and Y, which is pretty much every single carries build right now.
Dire's bottom
Frugas
tower
doesn't
is
actually
under
have his
attack.
Blink yet, whether he chooses to go with the Blink or not, but either way, he's got 1,500 gold. 470, he's going to go after Tiburon. He's asking for the 1v1. Tiburon says, is that shit talk? He says, no. It is.
Dire's bottom
Oh,
tower
Mana Void
has
comes
fallen.
out. There goes the clockwork. Well fought, 470 says. Never mind, he sucks, you own. It's good to see all the players having fun in these.
Dire's
Because this is
structures
SCS.
are
There isn't any money on. There isn't any money on the table here. It's just about bragging rights. But we're going to see an engage. Zernak and Aluka are both going to go down. Frugas is going to go down as well. So this has been the first Spin2Win favored fight that we've seen thus far. Static is going to actually get a kill on a moving target there, or be responsible for the kill on moving target. Moving target is kind of overextended, trying to get the kill on Static, but Sand King is a slippery scorpion, and he is hard to kill. And Squee just kind of stood there and said, "I'm dwarf with a gun. I'm just going to keep shooting this damn bat that's flying around with fire coming out of him." I can't believe this build coming up from 470. He's got a Helm of Iron Will. That's an armlet. That's an armlet. So he's going to go Armlet, Mask of Madness, Clockwork. That is next level.
Invisibility.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Career will get picked off, but look at all the Blink Daggers coming out on the Dire side. Zernak picks up his on the Zeus. Frickin' Diglett's got his on the Earthshaker. Moving Target's got his, and he's almost actually done his 4-staff. Static's got a Blink Dagger. Blink Dagger's the item of the game, apparently. Squee, where's yours? He doesn't have one, apparently. Moving Target will get assassinated, but he does have enough HP to survive it. It's just a glancing blow in the end, I guess. 470 with the hook shot. That was on the mark, but just a little too short. And it seems like this is only a matter of time before OverAchievers is going to be able to push up onto the high ground, but it is quite difficult pushing onto the high ground against Spin2Win. Like I said, they've got big ultimates like the Echo, and with a Blink Dagger, that means you're pretty much going to get a good one.
Dire's top
You got moving
tower
target
is
who can
under
always
attack.
jump in, lasso someone, pull them back, so he doesn't just get right-click down by Squee before he's able to do so. That's why that 4-staff is so important, but he's still about 550 gold away from finishing that. We are going to have Cost TP in, and they're going to go after Aluka, who doesn't really have too much mana to zip away. He's actually used it all. He does have Soul Ring coming up now. So they're going to try to go after him. They've got Blink Dagger coming up from moving target, who will use the lasso, and I think they're going to be able to get a kill there. 470 will jump in. He'll get a return kill onto cost, but he's going to go down. He even activated the Mask of Madness, so he takes additional damage. While that was going on, Squee got a kill onto Zernak in the bottom lane. He's now godlike, and you can see from the net worth, he is way ahead of the anti-mage on the opposing side. Speaking of which, let's take a look at anti-mage. He's got a Yasha, but he's still not quite finished his Manta. And like I said, as long as he doesn't have his Manta finished, the Orchid on the Storm Spirit going to be incredibly strong against him, because he can just ball lightning in, Orchid, and there's pretty much no response from the anti-mage. He just has to stand there and wall man fight him and hope it works out the best for him. There we go. 470 finishing. There we go. Finishing the armlet on that clockwork. Really strange build coming out from 470. They're winning, but I don't know if it's on the back of this build. 470's definitely been doing an alright job, but I don't think it's about the build. It looks like they're going to get an kill on the cost there. 470's going to get that one. And Squee. I was going to say he's getting closer and closer to finishing a Scotty. The two ultimate orbs are flying out to the secret shop, and that should be very, very shortly once they claim this top tier 2 tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That should be the end of
Dire's top tower.
the end of that.
Fallen.
322 viewers. Not sure what that's referring to. I definitely don't have 322 viewers on the stream, and if I do, welcome.
Dire's top
I don't think I
tower is
do,
under
though.
attack.
470 and Zernak in a little bit of a right-click battle. They're both going to go down. But there was a few heroes that kind of intervened there. Anti-mage will blink away. Moving target. Gets the lasso off onto Squee. Pulls him back, but Squee will be okay. Or will he? He's actually still quite engaged in this fight. There comes the Echo Slam coming out from the frickin' Diglett. And this is a little bit of a clusterfuck of a fight. But Aluka and Squee will combine for the kill on the anti-mage there. Squee just has to stand his ground. He will get the kill on the moving target. And will even get the kill onto cost there. And he's godlike with a triple. As it's another 5-man wipe. Spin2Win just can't win these fights. We saw them win one team fight this game, but since then it's just has not been working out. Zeus Arcanes says 470.
Dire's middle
Let's
tower
actually
is
bring up
under
the gold
attack.
graph. It's actually been staying relatively steady. It's gone up a little bit from that last 5-man wipe. But they're actually not getting too many kills for or too much gold for their kills, because they are so far ahead. Blink for sniper kill. These guys are trading kills for items. Last game has apparently set a precedent. AM plus poor man shield, which is exactly what we saw last game. Well, it was actually a stout shield, not a poor man's, but... Oh my god, Squee is gigantic. Now adding a Chrysalis on top of that Aya Scotty.
Invisibility.
Ooh. Frugos with the Egg Scepter on the Rubik. So it's not a Blink, it's not a Force Staff, it's an Egg Scepter. And well, here we go. Spin2Win trying to get something done. They're going to smoke up. They thought Roche was being done, but it's not. And now we're going to have a battle. Static will blink, or will stun forward onto Zernak, where 470 will follow up with the hook shot and the cogs. Squee has lost a lot of his HP though, and now he's going to die to the Thunder God's Wrath from the buyback from Zeus. But everyone on Spin2Win is dead, with the exception of that buyback Zeus. Got him, says moving target. Hashtag got him. As they get the kill on the sniper, but it does cost them 5 heroes and a buyback. Raid boss down. Surprisingly, they're not doing Roche here. They're just going to go and start pushing the lanes or fall back, get some HP, and and farm up the lanes. They could have chosen not to do it because they want it to be on their sniper. And they know their sniper is not going to be able to pick it up. Frugos overextending a little bit there, getting swapped by Koss. But that's going to allow Static to channel the Epi and blink in, get a stun on 2, and get the double revenge kill. TP coming in from moving target, who's going to force staff himself as well as blink forward, going after Static. But now he's going to have to pop the Firefly and run. 470 off the mark with his hook shot. It hit the creep wave. And now he's going to get fissure blocked in his set of cogs. But moving target with the flame break will knock 470 outside of it. But they're still going to get the kill. 1v1 AM, no interference. I don't know if 470 can solo AM anymore. We'll have to wait and see. Either way, Aluka will jump over, get the pick off onto moving target. There's not much they could do to keep him alive. Maybe fissure if it was off cooldown, I think a second earlier. I believe it was still on cooldown from the kill in the bottom lane. Static. There's going to be the finish of his Ag Scepter. Let's take a look at Animage. Still doesn't have that Manta finish. He's really close, just needs the recipe. But he's going to need a lot more than just a Manta to win this game. Yeah, now they're going to take Roche while they can with Squee up. We want that Aegis up on the sniper. Static trying to help out a little bit. Just throwing a couple attacks here or there, tanking a little bit. I don't know how much he's actually helping in all this. So there we go. Roche will fall. We got the Aegis now up on the sniper. Oh, we also have the Manta up on the anti-mage, and well, that's certainly a different item pickup as we have a Skull Basher picked up by the Storm Spirit. That might be a little questionable with the Storm Spirit picking up a Skull Basher. It will pay off as he gets a relic and combines that into an Abyssal. Right now, it's not really going to do that much for him. I might give him a bash here or there, but yeah, once that's an Abyssal, that'll definitely help, especially with taking out Tiburon. I don't know how Overachievers haven't managed to take a set of racks. I understand that it's hard to push uphill against Spin2Win's lineup, but they've been so far ahead. They're almost 25k gold ahead in 28 minutes. 470 will hookshot up onto the high ground onto Koss. He'll get that kill, and now he's going to keep moving forward. He's going to go after Jernak, who does get the Thunder God's Wrath off, but both of them are going to go down. The frickin' Diglett is now getting low as well. Storm will jump on out. Frugos is now standing basically on top of Squee. And they're going to completely 5-man wipe Spin2Win, and we're finally going to see a set of racks go down here. And it's probably going to be 2, as the bottom's going to go down, and then they're probably going to rotate over to mid. Actually, they're probably not going to have enough time, as GG was just called by Spin2Win. And we're going to see Overachievers win SCS for tonight. So congratulations to them. And well, congratulations to Spin2Win for getting here to the finals. Unfortunately, they kind of got stomped a little bit in the finals there. That was a little bit of a one-sided game. And what was the Anti-Mage's win rate tonight? I think it was 1 win, 2 losses. I think. Either way, Overachievers, aka the Legend of Autism, as the name they went by in chat or in game, we'll take the win of SCS. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching all of SCS tonight. Keep in mind, I cast SCS every Thursdays and Sundays. There's actually only one more SCS scheduled, which is going to be on Sunday. I will be casting that. I'm not sure what's going to happen after that. I don't know if they're just going to say, well, next Thursday and Sunday we've got more, or if they're taking a little bit of a break. I'm not sure about that, but either way, I'll find some games to cast. So if you guys did enjoy my casts and you want to check out more of them, you can follow me on twitch.tv/NizCast. You can also follow me on YouTube or on Twitter. to know what I'm doing with the stream, and as well as see the VODs whenever I get those up, which should be by tomorrow morning. But any kind of support or follow like that is always greatly appreciated. And also thank you to the people that already are following me and come and check out my content and have a good time watching the stream. But I think that's going to be it for me tonight. I can already feel my voice desperately crying out for a break. So I'm going to take that much needed break and have some leftover pizza because I'm a little bit hungry. But hopefully all you guys have a good night. I'm going to throw it to music, and hopefully you'll be joining us on Sunday for another edition of SCS. Once again, I'm Niz, and thank you everyone for watching.